Hello drummers, it's me Rob here from drumsaword.com, bringing you yet another free video drum lesson. In this one I want to show you a classic beat. I say that a lot, but this really is for me. The beat is from the song The Crunge, which sounds filthy, by Led Zeppelin, drummed of course by the Grandmaster, the Big Daddy, John Bonham himself. I highly recommend you check out this song if you've never heard it before. It's a funky, weird song as we go over the lesson. There's some really nice, interesting parts, and once you've worked out what he's playing, it's even more interesting listening along to it and trying to follow along with it. Speaking of following along with it, I've got a free PDF for you which you can download from my website, so make sure you have that printed out in front of you while you're watching this lesson so you can be following along, because some of the parts are quite complicated, and if you've got the notation in front of you, it's going to be so much easier to understand what I'm saying. Okay, let's crack on with the actual drum beat itself then. Okay, first things first, we're using an odd time signature, which is why this song sounds quirky. Usually we have 8 eighth notes in the bar, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 8 eighth notes in the bar of 4/4. This time signature used in this song is 9/8. So all we're doing is adding an extra eighth note to the end of the bar, making it a bit longer than you're expecting, giving it that kind of weird feel. We count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's just easier to count it that way, especially with the notation. So that's how I'll be counting it. But just bear in mind, it's a weird bar length. It's 1/8 note longer than you're expecting. Okay. So we've got two lines for you. The first line is how the drum beat comes into the song, and it comes in a weird place. I didn't realise this, counting along, playing along to the song, and so I tried to notate it, that the beat comes in on beat 6 of the bar. So the first 5 eighth notes of that bar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, are rested, and we come in on beat 6 as written on the page, the first line. The tempo is 210 something BPM. That's the speed of the eighth notes going by. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4. So really, really fast, but we slow it down obviously to start off with. So we're coming in on beat 6 of that first bar. So we count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. That's when we come in 6 there with the open hi-hat and bass drum. 6. It then closes on beat 7 on its own with the hi-hat. Then we get the snare drum on beat 8. Then we get a hi-hat on beat 9, followed on the end of 9, so in between beat 9 and beat 1, we get an extra hi-hat note on the end of beat 9 with an open hi-hat and the bass drum played underneath. So we get 9 ands. So that 9 played on its own and then straight into ands with the bass drum there. It's then going to close on beat 1 of the next line. Let's go back to where we were there with the first line. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 ands. Really weird to count out loud. As I speed it up, hopefully it'll start to make more sense to you. You'll start to recognise it. But just bear with me as I go through it and play it really slowly for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ands. 6, 7, 8, 9 ands. Not used to counting those weird numbers in bars. So we go on to the second line, and this is where the rest of the drum beat occurs. So that second line, that second bar, is the whole drum beat written out. And as you can see, that double snare drum and double bass drum part is actually beat 1 of the bar. You think when you hear the song when it comes in with that open hi-hat, that first open hi-hat is beat 1, it's not, it's beat 6 as we just discovered. Second line, this is where beat 1 actually is counted. So from the previous song we had that open hi-hat on the and of 9. It's then going to close, the hi-hat's going to close, and we're going to play 2 quiet snare drum notes, 1 and, then we're going to play 2 ands. 1 and 2 and, 1 and 2 and. The hi-hat though is going to open, interestingly, on beat 2, so we get 2 and 3. So it's going to open on 2, we're going to play another bass drum on the and of 2, then we're going to close the hi-hat on beat 3 with the right hand coming down at the same time. 2 and 2 and 3. 2 and 3. So you've got all kinds of weird stuff here going on. From the first line, from the and of beat 9, we've got a bass drum coming down the and of beat 9 with the open hi-hat. And it comes down, it closes instantly on beat 1 of the next line. And then the next open hi-hat on beat 2 opens for the whole of beat 2. So we've got a quick burst open hi-hat. And then we've got the longer 8th note open hi-hat from beat 2 to beat 3, giving that distinctive variation and making it so flipping tricky to try and notate and work out what the hell John Bonham's playing. So slowly, and I find this difficult playing it slowly because the muscle memory's kicked in for me faster. No excuses, I should have practiced it slower, but here we go. 1 and 2 and 3. Let's go on for now, and we'll go back in a second and slow it down again. Let's go on to beat 4 then. So then we get 4, 5, and a little ghost note snare drum in between 5 and 6, right, left, and then into beat 6 with the bass drum again. And if you look at the line above, that's where the drum beat first came in. So the rest of that bar is the same as the bar above it. So you can see how we come in on beat 6 now, hopefully. So let me play for you the second line slowly. Play it from beat 1. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9 and 1 and 2 and... It's hard to play that slowly. Here we go. Try that again for you. From the beginning. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9 and 1 and 2 and 3. Really weird. You can't really hear it at that speed. Let me try and speed it up for you. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to come in where you hear John Bonham come in on beat 6. I'm going to loop it from there. Here we go. I won't count out loud this time. I'll play it a little bit faster so you can hear what the sounds of the notes sound like. Oh, it's hard playing that slow. I lost my place talking to you. Let me try that again. I'm keeping these mistakes in because you're going to experience the same sort of difficulty as me. Let me loop it round and shut up. A bit faster now. Look, you can see that little bit at the end of the bar, the 9 and, you've got to do a little twist there with the right hands. Let's try up to speed now. And there you go. So, mystery solved. But it turns out the mystery was actually quite complicated. You were right to be confused by that, or I certainly was right to be confused by that. That is a weird bar of music, totally unique. I have no idea how the flip he came up with it in the studio or on his own practicing. It was probably a situation where Bonham was playing around with some grooves. He came up with something really unique like this, recorded it or remembered it or notated it. I don't think he wrote music, but anyway. And then he came to the guys and go, I've got this really cool beat, and then they put the song together around the drum beat. That's how I guess it happened. It's so unique. Anyway, enough rambling. If you've got any questions, email me through my Facebook page, subscribe, like this video if you want to see more of this kind of stuff from me. Thank you very much for your support, both emails and likes and all that kind of good stuff. Really appreciate it. Take care, and I'll see you next time.